Sirius. Hello. Hey, no barking. No barking. First one here. Look at you. Oh, Alan. Dren, sorry guys, I'm a little late. I had to go to the store. I'm super sorry, but I'm here. I'm here. Hi. Dren, you were not first. Hi. Yo. Slow start this morning. Where is everyone? Where is everyone? Did everyone stop coming to my streams? I forgot to get lemon juice. That's okay. You don't need it. If you don't have it, that's okay. We have substitutes. We always have substitutes. We've got substitutes. Hi. I just went outside. I was sweating. I'm so freaking... I'm gross. I was so sweaty. Oh, I need to move over here. Hello. I can't see chat as well. Hey, cutie. How are you? I'm good. Minx is getting a tattoo. Pog you. Everyone's watching Pog Champs? Oh. Weird, because I'm not in it today. So I don't know. These aren't gamer hours. People are still asleep. That makes sense. I'm so excited. Good. What are we cooking? It's in the title. We've been talking about it for a week. Time for work. Have fun. Oh my god. Bye, Alan. I thought you were cooking along, Alan. I only have salted butter. That's fine. That's okay. There's always options, you guys. Yeah, Cobalt's right. Have fun at work. What are you using on top of the apple crisp? We're making a, like a streusel topping, essentially. More than just apple. I'm a VOD cook-alonger. Okay, okay, fine. Apple spelled wrong? Is it? Try and fix it. Cutie, I don't have apples. Can I use onions? Sure, you're just gonna get a very different result. Can I get a piece? I haven't made anything yet. No, Dren, you just added an R. Put it back. What is apple crisp? You're gonna learn. Make them in a George Foreman? No. Man, I'm still sweating. I was just outside. And it's like 400 degrees outside. Hi. Can you make me some cookies? No, that's not how this works. Alright, I'm gonna give a second for more people to get in. Let me get all my ingredients. If you are baking along, get all of your ingredients out now. Let's get prepared, huh? I have to see what ingredients I need. I actually don't remember. Good thing I have all the ingredients listed in the Discord. If you ever want to be a part of Bake Along, make sure you join the Discord. Alright, I got my apples. I need butter. Got flour. Yo, 27. Nate 4. Thank you for your prime. I appreciate that. Will mangoes work? No. Gross. This is apple crisp. Okay, I need baking soda and butter is what I'm missing currently. Everyone say hi to Aiden. He's gaming today. He's gaming. Maggie, thank you for continuing your gifted sub. I'm so hot. I'm so overheated. Okay, I need to grab my butter. baking soda. We've got everything, I think. Hi. Peganos, thank you for your prime. I appreciate that. You can't hear Lud. This is a no egg recipe? Yes. You're the 69th most active chatter? Ooh, you better maintain that. Hi guys. Hello. I feel like very slow today. Are we very slow today? Massimo, thank you for your 2 months. I appreciate that. Should we still wait or should we start? You do not hear, you hear Aiden. You do not hear Ludwig. Don't be annoying. I know what you can hear. I'm watching chess. Is everyone watching chess? Did I actually fuck up? When is next Housewives podcast? Next week. Next Saturday. If you ever want to know what's going on, join the Discord. I have a bit of a schedule in there. How long do you think this takes? To put together about 30 minutes, and then it needs to be in the oven for like 30 minutes. It took me a while to move to the kitchen. I'm ready whenever the rest is. Okay, who's actually baking along? I feel like Sirius might be the only one baking along. Because I feel like everyone else is watching chess. I should have planned better. I apologize. Dren, no you're not. You're lying to me. Your girlfriend and you are? Okay. Alright. Well, if you guys are ready, we can get started. This is a very easy recipe. I've said this. This is a very easy recipe. Anyone can make this. It's really good. It's surprisingly good if you've never tried it before. I implore you. I'm just trying to remember what the... Okay. Okay, no, wait, please. Wait, you want me to wait? I'm ready to get started whenever everyone's ready. Guys, do you want to see something cool? I went to the store today because I had to buy these apples. Do you want to see what I bought? Now, we still have this sub goal where you guys can choose one, but look what I bought. It's an energy sword, but Legos. Isn't it sick? It's normally $100, but it was on sale for $50. I was like, how do I not buy that? How do I not buy this? So yeah. Everybody's ready? Should we get started? Ready? Ready? Everyone who's baking along, we're good? Okay, first thing, everybody who's baking along, preheat your oven to 375. Got it? So what you're gonna need, this is super simple because we only need 2 bowls for this. So everybody find 2 medium to large bowls, okay? Here's 1 bowl. I just walked into the open cabinet and slammed my head on it. Oh, I'm so happy you didn't see it. Ow, that hurts so bad. Anyway, this isn't Lego brand. This is some off-brand. That's lame. We only like Lego brand. Oh well. We got the off-brand for poor people. It's still cool. Okay. Everybody preheated? We're good? So the first thing that we need to do is peel our apples. So we're gonna peel our apples. The recipe calls for 6 medium apples. Mine are kind of small. So I might do 8 small ones. Mine are pretty small. Swift. Buddy. Hey. Sit. Sorry. Everybody good? Okay. Swift. So find like a potato peeler, or you can use a knife if you don't have a potato peeler. They're probably just called peelers, not potato peelers. I can't find one. Oh, I found one. Ta-da! Becca, you thought it was tomorrow? You gotta check the Discord, Becca. It's in the Discord.
How's it going, everyone?
Hi, Vasper. Thank you for the 6 months. I'm making apple crumble. It's kind of like that, yeah. It's a little different. I can't open this. Why am I struggling? I need a knife. I found a knife. My apples are from Target. They're in this big bag. Yeah, you want to do, the reason you want to do Granny Smith apples is because you get more contrast that way. If you do sweet apples, it's just like too sweet. So I'm going to do 8 because I have really small apples. It's 6 medium apples, or I'm going to do 8 small apples. And hopefully, we'll see if that's enough. If it's not, then we'll make more. Okay, so I'm going to use 1 bowl for my peels. And then 1 bowl to put my apples in. And now we just start peeling, everybody. Super easy. This is what my mom used to always make me do. I was in charge of You're supposed to get it in the bowl, but I miss. Everyone say good morning to Nick.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, this is morning. We're gamers.
I've been awake.
Okay, well. Hey, don't be rude. Vincent, thank you for the 4 months.
Thanks, Vincent.
No, Nick will not make you guys coffee. I'm sorry. They love the espresso machine in the background. They always ask about it.
Oh, my girl?
Yeah, they love her.
Me too.
And they act like I know what it is. Just use a drill. Hands so slow. Okay. If you want to use a drill to peel your apples, go right ahead. I'm not going to take that route. Just going to go like this. Okay. Peeled apple. I'm just going to put it in this bowl. Super easy. Why not just bite the apple peel and spit it out? No, sir. This is what we're, follow the directions. You're not allowed to ask questions. Just peel your freaking apple. Can you use apples that aren't Granny Smith? These will sweeten up a lot. So a lot of people are afraid of using Granny Smith because they're like, oh, they're so sour and tart. These sweeten up a ton. Ari, thanks for your 14 months. That's why you use these apples, so then you have contrast. If you use other apples, it's going to be yucky. It's going to be too sweet. It's gonna be like apple pie, not apple crisp. I guess some people use Granny Smith in apple pie too. Do you have a KitchenAid? It might make it easier. You do not need a KitchenAid for this. I don't know. If you have one of those fancy apple peelers, go right ahead. But like, I haven't met anyone in this century. Okay, century's an exaggeration. I haven't met anybody in the last 5 years that owns one of those. My grandma had one of those. Okay. These apples are kind of yucky. They have lots of brown spots. Whatever. Not even halfway there.
Nice. Good shot.
4-month sub, make me a chicken ball.
Neeper! Why do you... Is it a... Neeper... Hi. You can't have chicken ball, Neeper, but you can have apple crisp. It'll be done in like an hour. You can have some of this. No chicken ball. No chicken balls. But apple crisp, yum. Neeper doesn't like fruit. He told me that the other day. Yeah, apple crisp was yum. No apple balls. I mean, I guess this is like an apple ball. Anyway, chat, what have you done today? As we peel our apples and think about the good times. Doesn't like fruit? Yeah, he just doesn't like it. But I bet he'll like this. Blame your parents? No, I'm not blaming your parents. I refuse. UK Board Game Expo? What the heck is that? Hello, Flirtini. Are you baking along today? Probably not. I don't see Flirtini baking along. Flirtini, you should bake along. Does anyone ever actually bake along ever? Yes, if you check my Discord and look at food pics, they all post pictures there. Don't be such a negative cunt. Lots of people bake along because they want to do something with their Saturday instead of just watch me. Lazy ass. Bake along. OMG, I was just asking. Oh, I'm sorry. I was being insecure. I was projecting. Because maybe, yeah, maybe no one does bake along. Maybe this is my 6th grade birthday party that no one shows up to. I don't know. Maybe this is a bad idea and we should stop doing bake-alongs. I don't know. I'm just trying to cultivate a community that loves sweets. And can learn to bake anything. Hi, second stream of yours I've tuned into. Hi, welcome. We're baking. If you ever want to try baking along, join the Discord. It's the best way. Next week we're making eclairs. Fresh eclairs, chat. We're gonna make pâte à choux. It's kind of difficult, but anyone can do it. Diabetes community, yes, that's us. You know what, I might even do another apple. These apples are so small. I'm gonna do one more, just because I have them. These apples are tiny, tiny babies. You should do 6 medium apples, but I got really small ones. That's all they had. I also missed this bowl so many times. There's peels everywhere. I used to have my mom save the peels and I would just eat the peels. I don't know why, because they weren't good. They were just really tart. The reason you remove the skin is because after it bakes, it gets like really soft and yucky and it's like hard to bite through. So it's just better to like take it off. I mean, so you don't have to be perfect. You can leave some on, but there we go. And now let's get all of our peels. Does this hurt the apple? No. It cannot feel anything. This is kind of more of a fall dessert, but it's still good in the summer. I pretty much say anything that with cinnamon is a fall dessert. Compost them? We don't have a compost. But yes, you could compost these. You could feed them to your chickens, I think, if you have chickens. Okay. So set this is our waste bowl. We're going to set this aside. Now we need to trim down our apples. So get a cutting board. Getting cutting board. Damon Hearts, thank you for your sub. I appreciate that. Hi, Cutie. What's on the menu today? Apple crisp. So cutting board, and we're just gonna cut our edges off. If you have a fancy apple slicer, you can use that too. We're just coring them. We're getting the core out. Get as much apple meat as you can. And then this goes into our garbage pile. Great? Easy. Easy. You can get a little closer. Do like that. Yucky, I got stem in there. All right. Everyone on the same page? We're doing good? That must be a very dull knife. It's an extremely dull knife. Yes. My biggest gripe about doing cooking streams is the amount of fucking knife virgins that come in chat and they're like, your knife's bad. Very annoying. Because yeah, my knife's bad. I'm poor. What do you expect? I spend all my money on Legos. Oh, I got stem. Okay. So once I start getting kind of full, like my cutting board's full, I'm just gonna grab my apples out and then throw these back in here. Actually, no, let's do this in one step. Before we throw those back in there, let's kind of chop these. So this can be kind of rustic. You're just gonna cut these into cubes. I prefer things rustic. I don't like when people like perfectly chop shit. So I'm just gonna go like this. I'm just gonna do some cubes. They're probably like 1/2 inch cubes. You can't do this wrong. The bigger you make your apple pieces, the longer it has to cook. So I just do it a little smaller than 1/2 inch. Cool. Buy a Lego knife. That's probably very smart, Dren. Thank you for your financial advice. Use the mega block. Stop calling it a mega block. I don't want to admit that I didn't buy Legos. God, this knife sucks. Assholes. Again, these do not need to be perfect. Don't be a weirdo. Just kind of chop them up. Little cubes. When you imagine what chat looks like, what do you think of? I don't know. Bunch of ugly people. I said little cubes, not little pubes. Don't be weird. Guys, are you ugly? Just tell me. Tell me if you're ugly. It's okay if you're ugly. Yes. I knew it. I was right, see? Yes, Sag. It's fine. We're all ugly here. We have each other. Ugly and proud. That can be my merch. Swift, I dropped some apple. Do you want it? I don't think he does. Slime gave him a bacon treat. He was very excited. We handsome in chat? Yeah, sure. For sure, yeah. Uh-oh. I pulled. I shouldn't have pulled because then it moves it and then I can't. Okay, this... It's like the knife is getting duller as we speak. Do I have to leave if I'm not ugly? No, you can stay. You just have to send Dren a picture of yourself. And if you are attractive, he will give you the pretty boy title in Discord. Do you have a knife sharpener? No. I don't care, whatever. I'm just kidding. He's not doing that. Do not send your pictures to Dren. Do not do that. I live in a city with a history of making the best knives. We deliver top-notch knives to all places over the world. Seeing you absolutely disgusting, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Dude, go watch Ninja or something. Imagine there's a Discord that you join and it was like that Black Mirror episode where you're just like rated on your looks and you can't get into like you join a Discord and you have to send a picture of your face and then they just like rank you and then that's how much you can use the Discord. Like you can only get into certain voice calls if you're like over an 8. That'd be crazy. And you could like slip a moderator like $20 and maybe they'd move you from a 4 to a 5. Just so you could get in the 5s only VC. Isn't that just a sorority? Oh. I guess they did figure it out. You're right. Is the Discord cool? Yeah. This imaginary Discord is very cool. Everyone wants in. The whole world is in it. So if you're not in it, it's like not using Instagram. Do you think in Hunger Games, the like how did you get in District 1? Were you just born there? Are there people was there like an underground like trafficking ring to get into District 1? Does anybody know? Yeah, you had to be born there? I'd sneak in. I think that would be my life mission. I'm not fishing. I'm not a District 4 person. No, I'm not mining coal. I'm devoting my life to sneaking in. Do I get murdered if I sneak in and I get caught? Is that what happens? Yeah, I get murdered? Alright. Maybe I'd go back to fishing. I'll just fish. It's not that bad. Alright, fine. Or, to avoid getting murdered, could I just, like, suck a dick? Could I suck a dick one time? And now I'm not murdered. But instead, I'm a hero. And I made it. Dude, Hunger Games, I'll say it. One time, me and my best friend in high school, this pinnacle of Hunger Games was in high school, right? We're watching the Hunger Games. It ends. We're all having the post-movie discussion. Oh, God. Ow. You really have been having out with the Michaela too much? Yeah, probably. We're having the post-movie discussion. We're talking about Hunger Games. I say, you and me, we're in the Hunger Games. What happens? Within seconds, she says, you kill me. And I said, you're right. You are right. But at least she knows, you know? At least she knew. She knew, man. Her and I both go in. She's out. I think I would survive the Hunger Games in the way that Rue tried to survive the Hunger Games but failed. Spoiler alert, Rue dies in the Hunger Games. For those of you who haven't seen it, that's not my fucking problem. It's very old. She dies. And it's very sad. And you feel bad for her because she's just a little girl. But she should have played the game better, you know? She should have played the game a little better. You're gonna watch it tomorrow? Get fucked. It's called Hunger Games. Why is it called Hunger Games? Nobody eats anybody. What if it was Hunger Games, but you had to eat them? Hunger Games, you murder them, but you have to finish eating them before you can move on to the next one. So it's like a bunch of like gluttonous people and murderers. It's cannibal games. They can't call it the Hunger Games if you don't eat each other. Jesus.
What, man?
I had that feeling where it's like, I feel like someone's watching me, and then like you always look and there's no one there, and then you were there.
I didn't know if I was in frame or not, so I'm like, it'll be funny if I stand here. Either way.
They say, hi slime.
Hello, Chad.
I just finished peeling. That's okay. You can catch up. You can catch up. It sits in the oven for a long time where I just twiddle my thumbs. And you can catch up. So we're just dicing them. We're just dicing them. I feel like someone is watching me. Currently 1K viewers. You guys aren't real, though. Dren paid for most of you. Best mod, by the way. Goes to work and then pays for my viewers. So nice. So sweet. Hi, bots. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. This is taking forever. I'm not real? It's okay, someone had to tell you. Wait, you guys are getting paid? Oh, this is very awkward. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys. Last night, I get a text from my dad that says, hey, what's your name on Twitch? Instant anxiety attack, right? Listen, my dad loves me. I won't say he doesn't. But he definitely does not approve of my lifestyle. AKA swearing. AKA talking about dicks. AKA sucking dicks. AKA drinking. Pretty much a lot of stuff I do. Okay? So, he texts me and he's like, what's your name on Twitch? And I'm like, ha, hoo, ha, ha. And so I reply like anybody would. And I say, I just go by Blair. You know, I was like, duh, Dad, I just go by Blair. Duh. Instead of giving him my actual Twitch name. Lud broadcast was trash, so we're here for Apple Crisp now. Chess, don't you have games going on? Don't you have games, Chess? Shouldn't you be practicing? Oh, also, Chess, I knew, wait 1 second. You're gonna be proud of me. I know you guys were concerned that I was playing checkers, but look, I got something. I got something. I can do it now. I can actually play chess. I have the board. I've been practicing. Anyway, I'll be fine. I got like a whole day, you know? Something important I learned about chess actually in the past 24 hours.
Pog you.
Thank you. Is there's a piece named a king, and with that you're supposed to not let them get the king. You're supposed to not. That's what I learned. So I'm excited. I'm excited to try it. I'm gonna see what happens, but I did get it. It's gonna be a disaster. I know. I know. Also, why'd you put me in the worst bracket? Let me tell you about my bracket. TF Blade, more like TF Get Played, am I right, chat? Right? Mama Wama Dog? Mama name? I don't really know his name. But more like, get checkmated in 10 seconds. Dog. TSM, what, Zen? More like, TSM, when you gonna lose? Oh, next week, you're gonna lose to me. Yeah. That's what I thought. Anyway, you should have given me a better group. I don't know any of the people. I can't talk shit. I don't know any of them. You know what I was gonna do, Chess? I thought I was originally in Thor's group. I was gonna cosplay as the Hound. You ruined my life. You literally ruined my life. I had bought the cosplay. I was ready. I was gonna cosplay as the Hound to play mental games. XQC was also in my group. I had a shirt made that said mate in 6 that I was gonna wear. I had the shirt made. You ruined my life. You're constantly ruining my life. You're worse than my dad. Just want to make sure you're on the same page. Just want you to know that all my plans are ruined. Now I'm with a bunch of people that are just good at chess. And also virgins, because that's the only way to be good at chess. Frustrating. Life ruined. Never gonna be the same. I think we're gonna make pasta for lunch, chat. So we would make some ravioli together. It's just microwavable. So you're bad at chess? No, put me in your fantasy team. Oh wait, you guys can't. Did you guys fill out your fantasy teams? Do you guys everyone put you on my everyone put me on their fantasy teams? Okay, I have all my apples chopped. Does everyone have all their apples chopped? Excuse me, us virgins are also bad at chess? Oh, I'm so sorry. You do? Is it free? Yeah, the fantasy thing is free and you can win money. You're on my first to blunder queen? Okay, well. Guys, I played a game last night. Oh my god. I've been practicing, okay? I played a game last night. I think it was record. I lost my queen in 4 moves. That was after I moved my queen. I just moved it and blundered it in seconds. It was very impressive. Speedrun blunder queen. Can we do that? Can I try to speed one? Can I do that? Did your dad try to find your Twitch channel as Blair? No. So then he didn't reply to me. Let me get back to that story. Everyone, I'm going to let everyone catch up on cutting their apples. Isn't Lud pretty good at chess? Yeah, Lud is good at everything he applies himself to. It's very annoying. But anyway, so my dad texted me and he was like, yo, what's your Twitch name? And I was like, duh, Dad, I just go by Blair. You know? And then he didn't text me back. So in my mind, I was like, oh, fuck. He texted my sister, who my sister does know my Twitch name, unfortunately, because she found me and watched me tell the story about how I lost my virginity and now doesn't talk to me because I'm a dirty unvirgin.
Apple Crisp Hog.
Lil Chubbs, thank you for the 2 months. I just got really nervous because my cousin also watches my stream, but his name is Lil Chubby Boy. And I got very scared that he was Lil Chubbs for a second. And I was like, son of a bitch, again, here we go. Anyway, so, damn, anyway, so I got nervous because my dad didn't text me back. So then I call him and he doesn't answer. And I'm like, oh shit. So I text him and I was like, hey, Dad, call me back. I'm having issues with the water heater, which is true, but it was my way of finding out why he wanted my Twitch name, aka if he found it, and now he's disappointed and I've been disowned. So he doesn't answer. An hour and a half later, he calls me back, and I'm like, hey, why did you need my Twitch name? Well, first I start off, duh, I'm a great person. I'm like, yeah, water heater, what does this mean? And he answers, and I'm like, oh, okay. So why did you need my Twitch name? And he was like, oh, well, we had people over. For dinner, and I was telling them about you. And I wasn't sure if you were on Twitch or TikTok. But she said she didn't know what Twitch was, so I said, you must be TikTok famous. And I said, yes, Dad, I am. I am TikTok famous. So really cool, guys. TikTok famous. Okay, ready? Now we're gonna get our pan. Does everyone have a 9x13 pan? Or an 8x8, or whatever you decided to use. Or a pie pan, whatever, you can use anything. This is my number one rule about baking is don't get overwhelmed because you don't have the equipment. We can make anything work, it's fine. Just relax. Okay, we're gonna pour our chopped apples in the pan. We don't need to spray it or anything. Perfect. Okay, so now everybody, we're going to, we need our lemon juice, which means I need to go outside and pick a lemon. Really, really quick. Can you guys hang out while I go pick a lemon? Will you be good? No? Well, I can't take you with me. You're on a laptop. You simply can't come. You can't. Okay, so let's do, we're just gonna pour everything on top of this. So let's start with 3 tablespoons of butter. What? You guys are so creepy. 3 tablespoons of butter. I said unsalted. However, if you have salted, it's fine. Just leave out the salt later. They love you.
Are they being creepy?
No, they love you.
Alright!
They're just being they sexually objectify any man that ever walks by. They have the biggest crush on him, Aiden.
Oh.
They love Aiden so much.
I'm sure Durs and Swift as well.
They do love Durs and Swift.
You want Buc-ee's?
No, I have some.
Oh yeah, Buc-ee's. Okay.
Thank you, though. Okay. 3 tablespoons of butter. Everyone got it? You're gonna melt this. You're gonna 3 tablespoons of butter. You need to melt it. So throw it in a little bowl and put it in the microwave until it's melty, melty. Uh-oh. Sorry, chat. You fell. Can you have some Buc-ee's? You're not old enough for coffee. I need a towel. I keep using paper towels. Oh boy. Unless your microwave sucks and doesn't work sometimes. Stupid microwave. Oh boy. I hate this microwave. It's garbage. Oh, chat. I'm literally gonna have to melt this on the oven. This sucks, asshole. It's alright. We thrive. I'm gonna give it... Well, no, I need to melt it. Let me just try one more time. Okay, I'm gonna leave it open. Let's see what happens. We're just gonna leave it open. I'm gonna leave it open. It worked. It worked. It's a stupid microwave. It only works sometimes. Get a new microwave. We will at some point. Where did you find the recipe? It's my mom's recipe. It's my mom's recipe. Okay, butter is melting. Everyone melting their butter. Why not on the stovetop? I mean, I could have, but I got the microwave to work. Oven should be preheated to 375. Not done yet. I hope I have enough apples chopped. You just want to cover, like, see how deep this is? It's not that deep. Should be good. You should be okay. You can always throw in more, why not? Okay. I'm gonna let this cool for a second so it doesn't go in aggressively hot. I'm just gonna set that aside. I'm gonna get my lemon juice. I just need a tablespoon of lemon juice. I should really get new measuring stuff, but maybe someday, chat. I should get measuring stuff that I use for stream and stream only, so I always know where it is. But instead, I just search around for what feels like hours. Okay. I can't find it. Everyone else at home, measure this. I don't have a measure, so I'm gonna eyeball it. You just need a tablespoon of lemon juice. Fresh lemon. Most things with fruit, you need a little bit of lemon in it in order to contrast the sweetness. It gives it a little bit of tart. I believe this is about a tablespoon. I feel confident about it. Use a spoon. No, I'm fine. I can eyeball it. I've baked for years. I know what a tablespoon looks like. Okay. My butter's cooled down. I'm just going to go like this. I'm just going to drizzle my butter all over it. Drizzle. Okay, now we're going to drizzle our lemon juice all over it as well. Drizzle. Okay. Then you need 2 tablespoons of water, I believe. Let me double check. 3 tablespoons of water. So I'm just gonna drizzle again. That seems excessive. Do 2 tablespoons, chat. 2 tablespoons of water. And 2 tablespoons of flour. Biggest tablespoon on the planet? It's not, I promise. Two tablespoons of flour. We're just gonna sprinkle that over. Same thing, just sprinkle, sprinkle. Great. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. If I can find it. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. Guys, I don't care what you think my measurements are. It's gonna be fine. Really, relax, relax. 1/3 cup of brown sugar. So now we're gonna do brown sugar. 1/3 cup. 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Sky Cloudy, thank you for your prime. A 1/3 cup. Just gonna plop that on. Remember, you have to pack your brown sugar. Brown sugar should always be packed. What that means is you put it in there and you push it down. Push it down, push it down. Until it's all the way pushed down. And then a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. You can add more if you like more cinnamon. I probably really do like 2 teaspoons, probably close to that. But okay, and then a little bit of salt. Unless you use salted butter, don't add any salt, but we're just gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, so now what you're gonna do, I'm just gonna use my hands, but you can use a spoon if you want to. You're just gonna mix this all together. We're just gonna make sure everything is coated in this. Plutos Live, thank you for the sub, I appreciate that. I like using my hands because for me it's just easier, I think, but you can do whatever you want. Okay. Now, once it's all combined and everything is coated, yummy, yummy, yummy. This looks so good. You can try this and see if you want to add more cinnamon, if you feel like you need to add more lemon juice, like it's not tart enough. I used to just make this and eat it alone because it's so yummy. It's stinking good. This is very good. And so simple. Do you like yours more tart? No, I think it's perfect with a tablespoon of lemon juice. Okay. Now we're gonna set this off to the side. So what we're gonna do now is make our topping. So we need another bowl. Topping is so easy. We're gonna do a 1/2 cup of flour. We're just gonna throw everything into this bowl. I like to use my hands a lot while baking because it just makes me feel like I know the consistency, I know what's covered, I know what's not. 1/2 cup of flour. Did I get the wrong oats? Are you serious? What did I get? I got steel cut. It'll still be good. Whatever. I wanted like oatmeal oats, but I got steel cut. Instead of old fashioned. Dang it, I'm sad. Dang. 1 second, I'm gonna see if we have any.
You hear this, guys? She just bought steel cut? Who does that? Never would have happened. Never would have happened if I had done it.
Aiden, don't be like this right now. Don't be like this.
I can't even tell you the difference between those two things.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad with steel cut. Chat, I might have ruined it. Ugh. I'm surprised I don't have any. I feel like that's something I would have.
What is the difference?
It's like, I don't know, the texture.
What do you...
Well, I'm trying to see if I have some. I put it here.
Pog.
No, pause right now. Oh gosh, no. Damn it, chat. Well, this goes to show anyone can make mistakes. Mario, thank you for your 3 months. Swift! Get new oats? Should I run to the store?
Weird confession. I only like apples in pastries and sweets rather than normally.
Stop!
Oh yeah. Also 6 months subbed wide peepo happy.
Chat, I might run to the store. I might run to the store and come back. It'll take me about 20 minutes. Not worth it's fine? Well, it's not going to be edible. Like, it won't be good. It'll be really gross. I can't take you guys with me. I'll have to end and come back. I'm sorry. Everybody baking along, I'm sorry I made this mistake. I just saw old guy and I grabbed it. Let slime take over? What do you expect slime to do? Take us on your phone? I can't. How am I supposed to drive with a phone? Gabe, thank you for the 2 months. Can you give the rest of the recipe? No, you have to wait for me. Send someone else? I don't have people I can just send, boys. I am the sender. Okay. I mean, you guys can sit here on the Be Right Back screen if you want. Just mute it on the Be Right Back screen. I'm more than happy to do that for you. Sure. Okay. Okay, I'll be back in 20 minutes. Instacart won't get it here in time. They have a 2-hour delay. I'll put some music on. I'll be back.
I love you, QTCinderella.
Why did the music stop playing? You guys were supposed to have music. What happened? It just never played. Cool. Great. I was fast. Was I fast? I felt fast.
Hello.
Gabriel, hello. We don't know? No idea. Oh. I got it. I got it. I went really fast. Sat in silence. You're back 4 minutes early? Great. Ludwig showed up for a bit? No, he didn't. I'm sorry the music was off. That's so lame. That's so sad. I'm so sorry. Wait, what? Did he turn the cam on to do this? So dumb. Funny boy. How funny. What a funny boy. Hi, I'm back. Hi, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. We good? We good? We white people happy? Watch, I got the wrong oats again. Imagine. My BRB screen was showing on the Gen G page. Why was I on the Gen G page? I'm on the Gen G page? I didn't know that. They should tell me that. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I don't have any DMs from them, so I'm assuming I'm not in trouble. You're the only one online? Oh, just the team page? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, ready. Let's get back into it. We're back. We're back, boys and girls. Okay, half a cup of flour. Is everyone ready? We're joking. Oh my god, I reopened the same box. Oh my god, I got so nervous. Yay! There's our oats. There's our oatmeal. Oh my god. I was like, I did not do that. Okay, half a cup. Half a cup of oats. Half a cup of brown sugar. Half a cup of oats, half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of flour. Everyone good? We're gonna add half a teaspoon of baking soda. Just because we want this to be a little poofy. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. Perfect. Fourth a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Perfect. I added a little extra. I like mine very cinnamony. And then fourth a teaspoon of salt. Unless you have salted butter, then just leave out the salt. Okay, we feel good. We have everything in there. Now you need a third cup of butter. This doesn't need to be room temperature. Just kind of cold is okay. Mine's kind of in between. It's been out of the fridge for like 30 minutes. So it's in between. I need a third cup. Everything is marked, so I'm just gonna cut. It's almost the remaining of your other butter. I'm just gonna use the remaining of my other butter. I'm just gonna use this. And now I use my hands again, which I should wash. Should wash my hands. Okay. Okay. Ready. Now I'm just gonna moosh it. I just moosh it with my hands. This doesn't have to be fully mixed. We like having little chunks. Moosh. That is the correct baking term, is moosh it. You do not want this to be all the way incorporated. We want little chunks of butter. So it should be crumbly. I'm gonna go until I'm crumbly. Kind of mushy, 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 mushy. You don't want to paste is what I mean by fully incorporated. I want this to be crumbly, crumbly, crumbly. Okay, I'm perfect. See that? It's like, there's like little chunks, there's big chunks. I'll give you a closer look. And congrats, guys, we just made a streusel. So the cool thing about this, you can use that same exact recipe and you can put it on top of your banana bread. You can put it on top of pumpkin bread. You can put it on top of muffins. You can use kind of this streusel recipe for anything. It's very yummy. So now we go like this. We're gonna take our topping and we're just gonna sprinkle it over the top. Try to get it as even as possible. Sometimes I'll do double the crust because the crust is so yummy. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I actually think I might want a little more crust. This is totally just preference. No, it's fine. Well, I'm just gonna do a little more. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of flour. You just wanna match your ratios.
Oh, this looks fantastic.
Thank you, Iron Chief. I'm just gonna do a little more. You do not have to do this. Actually, I encourage you not to because I am just eyeballing it, which is fine for me. But if you're a new baker, do not do this. I'm being a bad teacher. I'm going off the book. I just want a little more crust. I just like the crust a lot. It's yummy. Oops, that was a lot of cinnamon. That's okay. That's okay. That's one thing that I always say about baking is it doesn't have to be perfect. And a little bit of butter. Probably like tablespoons. Great. Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. You can kind of tell you've done it correctly. Oh, no, I did brown sugar. I probably need a little more brown sugar. Based on the shade, it should go like a shade darker once your butter is all mixed in. Baking soda scares me? Why? Hi, Justin. I probably made too much extra looking at this. But it just goes one shade darker than it was, and that's how you know you've mixed it enough. Okay, so your oven should now be at 375. 375. We're just gonna plop that in. Do you know how to make champagne cookies? Yes. Swift. You must stop. Okay, we're gonna put it in the oven for about 45 minutes. You'll know it's done when you get bubbles. You'll get bubbles of the apple cooking, but this is what it looks like. Cool? Oh, Dwiffy, you gonna have me bird? All right, in the oven. Everyone caught up? We good? We Gucci bananas? Now we clean up. We're gonna make caramel sauce because I'm a sucker for apples and caramel. So I don't believe you should have apple crisp without caramel. How long in the oven? 35 to 45 minutes. Until you see bubbling. You'll see some like syrup bubbling. I'm a sucker too. Okay, I'm gonna pour, this is my garbage bowl. I'm just gonna put this in the garbage. We might make a little bit of lunch. I don't know. I should probably make lunch. We're going to the beach later, which we'll probably get pizza. But let me go ask Love something really quick.
Hello? I'm a nerd? Well, yeah, kinda. Sort of made like a career out of it, honestly. Oh, thank you. I just got back from Starbucks drive-thru, so that's why I have the mask on. Don't normally wear it indoors.
Alright, sorry, chat. Aiden, did you talk to them?
Yeah, I talked to them while I washed my hands. They were very
That's
nice.
so nice. Look, guys, you have friends.
I hope you guys have a nice day.
Aw, they love you. Cutie, leave us with that guy again? Okay. You were just with him. I just got here. Calm down. Guys, guess what Minx is doing yesterday? Can we say good friend Minx? Can we talk about how good of a friend Minx is? She has a cheerleading costume. She's gonna dress as a cheerleader and watch me in my chess tournaments. What a good friend.
QTCU.
What a cute friend Minx is. Isn't that so cute? That's a real one, yeah. We love Minx. Now the worst part is dishes. I'm gonna make some lunch really quick, and then we're gonna make the caramel sauce. The caramel sauce takes like 5 minutes. It's super easy. And then once I teach you this caramel sauce recipe, again, you can use this for everything. You can just make this caramel sauce and dip green apples in it. You can put it over ice cream. You can put it in your coffee. Make a little macchiato caramelato. You know what I mean? Cutie, are you ready for the chess tournament tomorrow? Yeah, I'm clearly practicing as we speak. You can drizzle it over popcorn. This actually isn't the best for popcorn because it's very moist. Oh, I didn't set the timer. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna go grab my stuff to make ravioli. We're gonna make some ravioli real quick, and then we'll make caramel. Cool? Let me see if, oh, it is. And I have my burner. So you guys can hang out with me. We don't have to go to the stove. Oh boy, we've got a mess. I have so many things. Now we're gonna have to make some more stuff with oats. We love oats. Make a sandwich? We're making ravioli. I feel like that's cooler than a sandwich. Well, actually, we're just heating it up. I can't take too much credit. We're just heating it up. It's store-bought ravioli. But we'll make a brown butter sauce to go with it. For anyone who's interested in brown butter sauce and bacon. Yum! Brown butter and bacon. Okay, first we need some water for our ravioli. Cutie, do you believe that hair color changes the personality? No. When's the lasagna stream? We can make lasagna at some point. Crisp up some sage. I don't have any sage. I just do brown butter, Parmesan, and bacon over ravioli. Very yummy. This needs to heat up. We're gonna cut some bacon. Will somebody change my title until the stuff is done? Maybe just say, making stuff till apple crisp is done. I'm gonna go get my bacon and ravioli and cheese. suck ass. You know what I'm gonna do instead? We're just gonna cut it in half, cook it, and then break it up. That'll be easier. Cutie, what's your favorite food to make, and what is your roommate's favorite? I think Ludwig's favorite thing that I make is my chicken balls, and my favorite thing is, I don't know. I'm not good at savory food, actually. How can you tell whether goulash in the European meat stew or Arab pastry-based layer? It's a stew. It's a stew. I've never heard of the pastry goulash. Learn something new, I guess. I've made chicken balls on stream one time forever ago when I was at Ms. Kip's house. I made them on stream. So if you saw it, you're an OG and you get my secret chicken ball recipe. If you didn't see it, missed out, homies. You think my pan needs to be seasoned a few times? See, that's one reason that I don't like savory cooking, is people have decided that they're experts at it. And it's just like, that's fine if you're an expert, but I'm not an expert, so I'm an expert at baking, so I can talk shit. Oh, crap. There's burnt shit. But I can't talk shit in this scenario. And it's just annoying, right? It's just very annoying. Bacon for apple crisp. We're just making some lunch real quick. We're making a quick bit of lunch. And then, yeah. Awesome Axeman!
Hi, I'm playing some Siege while listening to the stream. Have a
Aw.
good day, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks for keeping us open. I think I might need another piece of bacon. I think I should have gone with my gut on 4 pieces of bacon. What are you making for lunch? Just a little ravioli with brown butter and Parmesan and bacon. I think I need like half one. Another half. Did Blood just go live? I feel like I can hear him. Ludwig did great commentary today. Yay, that's so nice. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, he did? Okay, well, for those of you that are leaving, just keep a tab open so you can find out if you made your apple crisp right in about 26 minutes. Bacon go brr. Yeah, it's right in the mic. You're getting some cool bacon ASMR. I've never thought that making your own ravioli is worth it. Am I wrong? Can you correct me if I am wrong? Have you guys made your own ravioli? I'm that way about a lot of things. Making your own cookies, worth it. Way better than store-bought cookies. But making your own ravioli, meh. That's how I feel about like garlic. Like pressing your own garlic, meh. I'll just buy it. What am I supposed to do? Add pasta. Yeah, a little bit of salt. Once this boils, I just throw in my ravioli, and then it's nice. Fresh garlic is worth? I've never noticed. Are you guys really packing? Oh, but you're bored?
Yeah.
Oh. Thanks. Yeah, I'm making lunch now. That's in the oven. I usually try to find something to do. So I'm making lunch. What snacks are you going to try with Blood? I believe we have Australian or Korean. It's up to him. That is Nick's girlfriend. And there's a link if anybody wants to play Among Us while you watch. You're more than welcome. There's the code is CNSR, I suppose. TBH, I've even grown my own garlic and it tastes the same. Yeah, I don't know. Can you teach us how to make a BLT one day? How is that hard? You make bacon and you slice a tomato. It's very simple. You can do it without me showing you. The lettuce is hard? Really? Slicing the lettuce? I find it hard. Guys, you just cook the bacon and you slice a tomato and you slice lettuce and you put it between bread. How'd you learn how to cook? Mostly my mom. I went to culinary school for baking, but I give all the credit to my mom. Some people struggle with boiling water. That's true. Wait, you slice the lettuce? I guess you don't have to slice the lettuce. You can peel off a lettuce leaf or two. This burner or this like situation here is very slow to heat up, so it's going to take a while to cook the bacon. But the pasta's done, or the water's boiling. We just put this in there for like 3 minutes and then that's done. That's why you buy store-bought ravioli. Do you use boneless bread? No, it's better bone-in bread.
One of the
better.
coaches, Anna Rudolph, was just singing your praises on stream. She's already coaching the current favorites to win, but I'm sure she'd be down to give you a lesson
What
so
was she
you can
saying?
show up lot.
What was she saying? I love compliments from other streamers. I love feeding my ego that I don't have. What was she? Give me verbatim. Why don't you let me just give me, tell me. Just tell me now. What did she say? What did she say? What did she say? What was it? Was it nice? What'd she say? I'm just bad at chess. Because I have a short attention span. And I know that. But I'm hoping I can be entertaining. But there's a lot of pressure to be entertaining that sometimes it makes you unentertaining. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what I'm nervous about. Okay, no one wants to join your Among Us game, it seems like. I'm sorry. I tried to help. Kinda. Blair attention span? Want me to clip? I can't click on clips. Why don't you just type it out? Okay, fine. Clip it. I'll watch it. We'll watch it. She was saying you're hilarious like XQC. I was watching. She thinks I'm funny like XQC? That's mean. I'm funnier than XQC. Cutie, you're not as bad as chess as you think. Well, everyone makes me feel like I'm the worst chess player in the world. You guys are rude. We have actual talents, which is more than like 90% of people who stream. True. The lessons you do in chess are better because you're closer related to me. Oh, that's nice. Just take their king before they take yours. Oh, okay. I think I need to put a lid on this. Does this lid fit? Hello? Oh, finding the right size lid is the worst. It's the worst. Chat, you want your $1 million idea? Get a lid, a vent lid that you can shrink and expand. Imagine that. Build a chessatron? That could work. Wait, that's actually a good idea? Yeah, you're welcome. I don't have any way to do it. You do it. Piss on the board? I don't know about that, guys. Okay, I should clean up a little. Let me measure the stuff I'm going to need for caramel. This was my apple peel bowl. I can do it in this bowl. We stand a queen who uses less dishes. Oh, my legs hurt. I'm getting old. Okay, I'm gonna need a cup of brown sugar. So I'm just gonna set this aside. You guys don't have to do this right now if you're making caramel sauce. I'll walk you through it again. I'm just gonna set it aside, but I'll tell you what I've set aside later. If you don't want to do it right now. If you're chilling. If you're just chilling, you can chill. I just want to do something with myself. I need a cup of brown sugar. Ugh. Cup of brown sugar. Cup of brown sugar. Cup of brown sugar. Half a cup of butter. Just a stick. Just a stick of butter. Can I skip the caramel? I don't have heavy cream. Yeah, you don't have to do caramel. You definitely don't. What are you making? This doesn't look like apples. What's in the oven? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hello. Calm down. Calm down. Oh, excuse me. Oh, did anyone invite you to this party? To explode? No, no one did. So be nice. It's like already done. The bacon, on the other hand, I'm just gonna throw the bacon over here. Okay. You guys don't need to watch the bacon. But here's my brown butter sauce. I'm just gonna use this whole thing. Brown butter is easy. You just put butter on a low heat until you start getting some nuttiness to it. Go nutty. Make brown butter sauce. I'm sorry the bacon left. He didn't even say goodbye. That was actually kind of fucked. Let me donate a new bacon pan. No. Did we have so much butter? There's this much butter in Alfredo sauce. We're just leaving out the cream. So technically it's better than Alfredo sauce. You never know if it's nutty or burnt. Just keep it on a low temperature and then it's very simple. It'll clarify. So see how this is very white and foamy? That'll kind of go away and then you know you're close. Binging with cutie. I'll take butter over cream any day, unless it's sour cream. I hate sour cream. The weird thing is, I think I would like sour cream. I just, contextually, I don't know why I don't like it. This is probably done. I believe my raviolis are all warmed up and done. Yay! I'm gonna rinse this out and I'm gonna use the same thing for my caramel. Because it's just pasta water. That's not even close. Okay, let's get started on the caramel. Is everybody ready? Everybody who's making caramel, are you ready? No. Dren, are you making caramel? Ready? Yes. Yes. Okay, I trust Sailor. Okay, so what you're gonna do first, measure a cup of brown sugar and half a cup of butter. And you're just gonna put that in here. We're gonna let our butter melt. We're just gonna put that in our pan, let our butter melt. I'll let it all melt. Just kind of mix it up. This is the easiest caramel recipe in the world. I promise. Actually, I might have one more that's a little easier. We're just gonna put that in. Butter's starting to melt. We're mixing our brown sugar. Let's get our heavy cream. I've got it. It's right here. I've got it. We're just gonna keep this off to the side for a second. Low-key might be burning my bacon. These a few more minutes. Uh-oh. Okay, I need more bacon. I accidentally melted my... I just melted my spatula. So I cannot eat that bacon anymore because it has chunks of plastic in it. Cool. Awesome. That's what I was hoping to do with my day. Hoping to make more bacon. All right, let me focus on this. I gotta multitask. Okay, butter is melting. Brown sugar, they're combining. We're just putting this on medium heat. Medium heat. It's yucky, yucky, yucky. Is this rust? What is that? Sorry, chat. Give me a second. I really needed a knife. There's a weird gross part of my bacon I was ripping off. I manhandled that shit. Alright. Whatever. Slipped your mind? What? What slipped my mind? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're getting some bubbles. We have our butter and our brown sugar combined. Okay, this is perfect. Now you're gonna add your 1/3 cup of heavy cream. Once they start getting a little bubbly, we're gonna add our 1/3 cup of heavy cream to our caramel. Perfect. Combine that. We're gonna let it thicken for just a little bit, so just let it simmer. Look at that, yummy. Oh my God, I used the same spoon. Fuck me. Well, no plastic got in it, I'm fine. Oh God. Okay, I'm struggling here. We're fine. Jesus Christ. Ravioli? I'm not getting on the ravioli. It's in a separate part of the sink. House Gucci, thank you for the 3 months. We're okay. So now we're gonna let this come to a boil. So it gets a little thicker. You can have your caramel sauce as runny as you like. So if you're nervous about your caramel sauce, you could leave it this runny. But yeah, I like mine just a little thick. I'll leave that. Everyone ignore how much of a disaster I'm making right now. I'm a multitasking god. And my brown butter is starting to get brown. Ooh, look at that boil. I'm done. I'm gonna actually stop it at that. Because once this cools, it's gonna be very thick. Burnt bacon, it's not burnt. I use a plastic, yeah, this isn't hot enough to melt my plastic. It's fine. The bacon grease gets very, very hot. This doesn't get that hot. So once you kind of get it to a rolling boil, see, look at that. Now it's not dripping. That's thick caramel sauce. That's good caramel sauce. It's dripping, but it's not like water. I don't know if that makes sense. Just get it to the consistency you want it, right? Here's the, will you DM it to me, Jen? Because I can't click on it right now. Hashtag OG, thank you for your prime. Wow, a primer. My brown butter sauce is almost done. Let me flip my bacon. Okay. I'm a multitasking queen. So I turned the heat off and it's still boiling because it just has that residual heat. But yeah, my caramel sauce is done. How easy was that, guys? How easy was that? And see how my brown butter, you can tell it's done because look, the cloudiness kind of subsides and it gets in like these chunks. Instead of one big cloud, you have little clouds. And I'm just going to leave that because I want it a little more brown. Do you have any tips on opening jars? Find a guy. I'll try another time. Yeah, it's great for ice cream. And it's just so easy to throw together. And you can be like, oh, I made my own caramel sauce. And then everyone thinks you're fancy. If it is boiling, make sure you stir it. Because the worst thing is burned. I mean, that's the nice thing about caramel is it's essentially caramelized sugar, right? So if you burn it a little, you won't be able to notice. But by stirring it, you're adding air to it. So you're cooling it down. So then it can't get too burned. Can't get too caramelly, but I know people that prefer burned caramel. Like they like the taste of burned caramel because it's just like, it's almost like smoky. But that's a much better consistency for caramel. I'm very happy with that. Alright. I can turn this down. And my brown butter is good for my pasta. I've got all these yummy chunks in it. Look at those. In case you ever want to make brown butter sauce, it's just brown butter. Okay. This is perfect caramel. Yummy, yummy. Once it cools, it'll get a little thicker too. So that's good to know. Will it stay caramelized, or do you have to add fat to make that happen? I'd like it for something like a coffee. Well, there's butter in this. Is that your question? Is that your question? Also, cream is fat. Anyway, I'm gonna make my pasta now. This is just sidetracked. This isn't our caramel. Our caramel's still cooling down. Our caramel is still cooling down. Our caramel looks lovely. Mmm. Use cream for your white mochas. That sounds lovely. Cutie, what do you say in your signature dish if you have one? My mom's chicken balls. I'm gonna cool down my pasta. It's caramel. It's fine. You can say it however the fuck you want. Whew. There's our pasta. There's our ravioli. So much garbage. So smoky from my bacon. Okay, I'm gonna pour my butter just over the top of this. Yummy. Hot pan. Right here. Then we're just gonna, what did I use this for? I used that for caramel. I'm mixing all of my freaking utensils and driving myself cuckoo banana sauce. Fuck. Okay. Just gonna coat that in the butter. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. And then I'm gonna grab my bacon, which is over here. Just need a few paper towels to get all the grease. Okay, I'm gonna break this up. I just put it in paper towels and then I just put the caramel on the pasta. No. No. Gotta let it cool before it will crush all the way. But, alright, I've got to clean a little bit. We have such a disaster. And by we, I do mean me. Let me check I have 3 minutes left on my apple crisp. Let me see what it's looking like. It smells lovely, I will say. It's gonna be done in 3 minutes. It's right on schedule. It's right on schedule. Ever make caramel apple? Well, that's, yeah. That's why I made this caramel sauce, right? Oh, it's so good. Such a good caramel sauce. It smells awesome. Mmm, caramel sauce. We did good, chat. Let me crumble up this bacon. Wow, it's really hot still. Who are you against tomorrow? TF Blade. TF Blade. Mr. Slizzard. What a name. Mr. Slizzard and Mr. Lizard are in chat. What do you do with the leftover caramel? You can use it for anything. You can put it in your coffee. You can put it on ice cream. You can dip apples in it. You can put it over bananas. Tons of stuff. Whatever you use caramel for. Ooh. So your apple crisp, for those of you, some of your timers might be going off on your apple crisp. It is done once you see bubbling. If you see bubbling, you're good. You can pull it out, and then you just want it to cool for a few minutes before you eat it. So I'm going to pull mine out here in a second. And it's done. Yummy! It looks so good. I might have burnt the top actually. It looks a little darker than it should be. It looks much darker than usual, so I could have just fucked it up too and added too much cinnamon. I don't know. It'll still taste good, whatever. We're not worried about it. That's not how we work. There it is. Apple crisp. We're gonna let it cool for like 10 minutes, and then I'll show you how to serve it. I mean, of course you can just eat it plain.
I love you, QTCinderella.
You could definitely just eat it plain. Windshore, thank you for your Prime. I appreciate that. Any primers? Check your Prime to see if it's available. It might be. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not.
I love you, QTCinderella.
IGN Benny, thank you for the 10.
Sunkissed in chat, what's up?
Sunkissed, you can't keep changing your name and expect we know who you are. Sunkissed, hello. 10 months. Sunkissed is an OG, boys and girls. Some of those clips we watched yesterday for 2-year anniversary, or 2 days ago for 2-year anniversary, were probably taken, if not being played, with Sunkissed. Look at that founder badge. Dren knows you. Georgia got thank you for the 200 biddies. Dren's here somewhere. Okay. We're gonna make a quick bowl of pasta for Lud and then apple crisp. Pasta. So far I'm spilling a lot. I'm spilling more pasta than getting it in the bowl. That's for sure. I'm not giving this 10 minutes to cool because I'm just being very impatient. I'm gonna give it more because there's just so much. I was just showing old clips. Nothing like special. Okay. Now, apple crisp. If you don't eat it with ice cream, you're sleeping. You're sleeping on the best goddamn combination ever. So we're gonna take a scoop. Oh boy, look at all that caramely, yummy apple. Oh, it doesn't look good, but I promise it smells good. It smells awesome. Yum. Now, you have to use ice cream. I prefer vanilla bean, but Lud loves French vanilla, so I got French vanilla. Yeah, I played League the other day too. So we're gonna just open this up. I can't get it. Okay. Give him a fork. Where's my ice cream scoop? Where's my ice cream scoop? Oh, I got it. Feels a little weird to have ice cream in the middle of the day, but hey, we're here for it. Oh my god, it must have melted. It's so shaped so weird. Gonna take a scoop, just a healthy scoop on top. Oh, ho, 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 ho. So good. Look at that. Look at that, boys. And now, just gonna drizzle some caramel on it. With this, because I don't have a spoon, I guess. Do I have a spoon in here? Yeah. Spoon, drizzle some caramel on it. There she is. So yummy, so good. 1,000 calories. So yummy. Anyway, let me go take this to Led and then I'll try it myself. I don't think he'll try this right away because it's dessert and he'll probably eat this first. I'll be right back. Okay. Now I have some. I'm just gonna have a little bit because I don't want a lot. A little bit of ice cream. Yummy. It's probably still hot to eat. It's too hot to eat, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Gotta do it for the fans, man. And where the fuck are all the forks? And now just a bite with some caramel and some apple and some crunchy top. It's amazing. It's perfect. It tastes like fall. It's fall in a bowl. It's amazing. All right. No, the dog cannot have any. It's so good. Not fall, guys, no.
It's a little there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna clean up, and that's it. If you made it, it's very yummy. If you made it, post a picture in the Discord. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see your pictures. Next bake along is next Sunday. We're doing eclairs. I'll post the ingredients probably tomorrow. If you want to make eclairs with us live on stream. All right, I'm gonna host Ludwig because I'll be on his stream later. We're doing snacks. A lot of eating today. All right, bye guys. See you later. I guess I should raid instead of host. Had fun. Can't wait to see your pictures. Oh my god. Raid. Ludwig. Okay, now bye. Bye. Miss you guys. See you later. See you tomorrow for chess. Chess tomorrow. And I think I'm playing games with Connor Eats Pants. Bye.